Hello, my name is Jimena, and I'm the director of this movie. From roommate 2nd grade. At Monte Vista, Films and Communication Magnet. We hope you enjoy! Everybody knows the story of the 3 little pigs. Or at least they think they do. But literally on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody's ever listened to my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexa T. Wolf, but you can call me A1.
Nobody knows just how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong.
Maybe it's just because wolves eat little cute animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way they are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think people were big and bad too.
But the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong.
The real story is about a sneeze, achoo, and a cup of sugar.
Way back once upon a time, our friend the wolf was making a birthday cake for his dear old granny.
She had a terrible sneezing cold.
She had ran out of sugar.
So she walked down the street to ask her neighbor for a cup of sugar.
Now this neighbor was a pig.
And he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? Who in his right mind would build a house of straw?
Of course, the minute the wolf knocked on the door, it fell right in. And she didn't want to walk into someone else's house.
So she called,
Little pig! Little pig! Are you in?
No answer.
She was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for her dear old granny's birthday cake.
That's when her nose started to itch.
She felt sneeze coming on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, she huffed and she snuffed. And she sneezed a great sneeze.
And you know what? That whole darn straw house fell down, and right in the middle pile was the first little pig dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner laying there, so the wolf ate it up.
Think of it, it was a big cheeseburger just laying there.
she was feeling a little better but still didn't have her cup of sugar.
So she went to the next neighbor's house.
This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house out of sticks.
She rang the bell on the stick house.
Nobody answered.
She called,
Mr. Pig! Mr. Pig! Are you in?
He yelled back,
"Go away, wolf! You cannot come in. I'm shaving my hair on my chinny chin chin." He had grabbed the doorknob when she felt another sneeze coming on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, she huffed and she snuffed.
And she tried to cover her mouth, but she sneezed a great sneeze.
Achoo!
And you're not gonna believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother.
When with death clear, the second little pig dead at the door.
Now you know food will spoil if you leave it out in the open.
so the wolf did the only thing there was to do. He had dinner again.
Think of it as a second helping.
He was getting awfully full, but his coat was feeling a little better.
And she still didn't have the cup of sugar for his dear old granny's birthday cake.
So the wolf went to the next house,
This girl was the first and second little pig's sister.
She must have the brains of the family. She had built her house of bricks.
The wolf knocked on the brick house. No answer.
Mr. Pig, Mr. Pig, are you in?
And do you know what that rude little porker answered?
Get out of here, Wolf. Don't bother me again. Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar.
And he wouldn't give even one little cup for her dear, sweet old granny's birthday cake.
What a pig!
The wolf was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when she felt her cold coming on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now she hot and she snot and she sneezed once again. Then the third little pig yelled,
And your old granny can sit on a pen. The wolf was usually a pretty calm fellow, but when he heard somebody talk about his dear old sweet granny like that, he went a little crazy. When the pot stove up, of course, she was trying to break down the pig's door, and the whole time the wolf was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making
The rest, as we say, is history.
The news reporters found out about the 2 pigs she had for dinner.
He figured a sick girl going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting.
So they jazzed up the story with all the huff and puff and blowing your house down stuff.
And they made him the big bad wolf.
That's it!
The real story.
I was right!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But maybe you can loan him a cup of sugar.